Hi, this is Doug Daugherty with Hamilton Flourishing, and we're so glad you've decided to join us today for another interview of the many people that are running for the Hamilton County School Board. There are actually 20 people running, and we hope to have interviews of all of them. We're asking the same questions to all five. It's very fair. Uh, and um, uh, Hamilton Flourishing does not endorse candidates. We're a type of organization is called a C3 that cannot do endorsements, and we don't intend to. Um, so today we're talking to Cindy Fain, who is running for school board district number 6, which includes Red Bank, North Chattanooga, the North Shore, Riverview, and Stewart Heights. So an interesting district. I've got some great schools over there, and probably some that have some challenging. And Cindy, we're so glad that you're here. Thank you for taking time to be with us this morning.
Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the schools that are in District 6.
All right. I have currently lived in Chattanooga for 13 years. I have 9 brothers and sisters and went to both private and public school. I am married to Lemon Williams, and we have 2 daughters. One is a 19-year-old that goes to Tennessee Tech, and then I have a first grader at a Hamilton County school. So first grader and then a sophomore in college.
Oh my goodness. That sounds like a challenging life right there.
Oh, yeah. And I'm a small business owner in downtown Chattanooga.
Are you really? What business do you have?
It is called Downtown Dough. So it is edible cookie dough, ice cream, kettle corn popcorn, souvenirs, and all kinds of good stuff. We're next to or near the Tennessee Aquarium.
Oh, I love kettle corn. I have to come see you.
Yes.
Cindy, first question we want to ask you is, why are you qualified to serve on the Hamilton County School Board?
I am a very involved parent and a very involved parent of a Hamilton County first grade student, and I attend school board meetings. I've watched school board meetings and try to be in on the budgeting of school board as well. But I feel I'm an involved parent, and also I'm a parent that will no longer be silent.
Okay. What do you think are the challenges facing not just your district and the specific schools in your district? That maybe we'll come to that later. But what do you think are the challenges that face the entire Hamilton school system?
Well, I think over the past year, actually going on 2 years now, many parents and taxpayers over the county and all and they've realized that our schools are no longer focusing on academics and excellence. They're more focused on pushing trendy, radical political agendas. I think that we do have that issue here. We also have critical race theory that is in our school system. Also, another issue that I've seen that my first grader, and also when she was in kindergarten, come home with was also information about gender identity. And they say it's not in our school here in Hamilton County, and it sure is.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're running then. Those are things that need to be addressed. So I'm glad you're running.
Thank you.
So, all right. So that's the big picture. What about the schools in your district, or just what will be your priorities? They don't have to be your schools in your district, but they might be as well. What are going to be your priorities if you're elected?
My priorities are to definitely make sure that all children are safe, and that's both physically and mentally safe. their, children, what they've experienced over the past several years, and also teachers too. We, need to get that back to the basic fundamentals. I'm worried that we've gotten away from that, both in teaching and in students. We're also seeing what I want to do is also address bullying. We're having a lot more bullying in schools, and I think that has to do with kids not being in school and they're not being around each other enough, because of the pandemic and all that was going on. They don't know how to treat each other. And I think definitely in my district, in my school districts, I've seen an increase in bullying and just anxiety. But my focus is definitely to get back to the basic fundamentals of reading. Like, everyone is talking about reading is an issue in Hamilton County schools and across the state of Tennessee. My push is that we do need to get our children to read, but that I think is a lot more parent involvement. We've always read to both our daughters from the age 0 to 5. And I think parents are away from that parents expect the teachers to teach their kids how to read. I think parents do need to step up. They've got resources such as the public library. They've also got resources such as the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, where they get free books every month. That's what I did with my children. So our kids do not know how to read in elementary school, but we need to fix that problem. And it's not by pushing reading on to where the teachers are constantly having them doing reading exercises, because that is gone to the situation now is that kids don't want to learn how to read because it's being pushed on them because they don't know how to read. So I think where I'm going at is parents need to get involved between the ages of 0 to 5. They need to be reading to their kid every night, every day, at least 1 to 3 books. And so when their kid enters kindergarten, their child can read to them. So at night, my daughter now reads to me. I don't read to her, she reads to me. And then that's another issue too, books that are in our school libraries as well. That too is something that needs to also be a bigger issue. Parents need to get more involved. I think parents have woke up to see that there is a curriculum that is being pushed into the school systems now all over the US, but it's just getting out of control.
Yeah.
So.
Well, great. Those are all important things. We think we're having a literacy crisis, especially in our urban schools, and it's a national thing. About a third of the kids, only about a third of the kids nationwide are reading at the grade level by 3rd grade. So it's a national crisis, and it strikes home, especially at the urban schools where less than 5% of the kids are proficient by 3rd grade. So that's a big issue for us. Let me move on to the next question. And this is important because it tells the listener, the viewer, how much you've studied the school system. Have you studied the budget, both operational and capital?
I have looked over it many times, and it is very complex. In Hamilton County, we have 79 schools. We have over, as far as I know, 6,000 staff. And then you have only 30% of taxpayer dollars or dollars going to schools, and that's as well being taxed. So there's a lot of things that we can cut out. There's some fat that can be cut out, and I don't know if I should really get into it that much as to there is like excessive amount that I think of administration that could be cut, and we do have, we need to increase our teachers. Of course, we're in need of teachers. We're in need of substitute teachers in Hamilton County schools right now. But I think we can cut the fat off of some of the administration. There's too many administrators that have jobs that recently I've heard about that. What does that job really do? And they're being paid all this money to do what? So that is something. And I worry though too. There is a lot of people that are moving to Tennessee. Of course, we're the third state behind Florida and Georgia that everyone's moving to Tennessee. So we have those taxes. We've increased the amount of money, property taxes and all already. And so my concern is most people are, saying, should I go to a public school anymore? Should I send my kids to a public school with what's going on right now? So with my business and all, I do hear a lot of people now, they're homeschooling their kids. So are we going to need as many teachers? Are we going to need as many, assistants and all, and administratives to help? Or because are we going to lose a lot because people are going to start homeschooling? That is a big concern. But yeah, there are things that I think that are going to in the budget that shouldn't be going to certain issues and all. And I could say it, but I don't know, like if I should really kind of say it. It's a lot of it's where they're trying to focus more on diversity and inclusion, and trying to get away from let's take away from this math and reading, and or just math, or other subjects, and let's bring in all this stuff that isn't needed with young kids. It just
Okay, well, good.
I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I don't even.
No,
know.
you're doing fine.
I'm rambling. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But yeah.
People are getting to know you, Cindy. One last question. Will you support a tax increase for Hamilton County School?
No. I oppose that. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of people that have moved. We have over 358,000 people, and it's probably increased like 3% more, all the people that have moved here to Hamilton County over the last 2 years. And there's no reason to increase taxes.
Cindy, one more thing, and we'll be done. First, thank you for being with us. But if people want to get in contact with you, do you have a website or a Facebook page or some way that people can contact you?
Yeah, my Facebook page is Cindy Fain for School Board. And then my email is alexcindyf@gmail.com. And then I also have my website, though. My website is alexcindyf.wix, WIXSITE.com.
Yeah, okay.
And
well,
that's my website. So
good. So what we'll do is we'll try to post those along with this video, and so people can get in touch with you. So Cindy, thank you very much for being with us. We wish you well. It sounds to me like you're doing your homework and learning. And how's the campaigning going? Are you getting?
It's going well. We lost some signs. It looks like some signs that I put up from the storms last night. I don't know if they blew away or what, but and then we've been doing a lot of door knocking, as much as possible, getting out there, and but it's going well. And we are actually having a fundraiser, not a fundraiser, but just a meet and greet on Sunday at White Oak Park. That's in Red Bank. So we're going to do that Sunday at 7, from 7 to 8. You can come out and ask me questions.
Okay.
And all that
Well,
good stuff. So,
Good.
yeah.
All right, so we've been talking to Cindy Fain, running for District 6 School Board, which includes all of Red Bank, North Chattanooga, North River, Riverview, and Stewart Heights. So Cindy, thank you very much for your time, and hope you have a wonderful day, okay?
Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.